Hi folks, and welcome to this new video. I hate it because when I get out of the water it feels like I went for a swim in the New York sewers. Hi folks, and welcome back. So, as you know, I have been sailing in the Aegean for months now with Maruzza, and we are getting ready for a long journey all the way to the coast of West Africa. But one of the main activities aboard Maruzza is spearfishing, something I have been doing forever, and today I want to show you the gear that almost always let me catch lunch and dinner. So, follow me and I'll show you what I have. First of all, there is a wetsuit. Kind of obviously, the wetsuit is essential. It is lined on the outside and smooth on the inside, so the neoprene keeps the cold out very well. The pants are completely compressed now, so they hardly do anything. The jacket is new though, so it's very warm. I fitted the wetsuit pants with a P-valve, or whatever you wanna call it. I think it's essential, not so much to keep your willy warm, although that's nice, but so we men can pee without getting out of the wetsuit. Without it, you have to pee into the suit. I hate that, because when I take the suit off, it looks like I went for a swim in the New York sewers. As for fins, I use long cressy fins with carbon blades. Do carbon blades help me go deeper? Honestly, no. I descend slowly, so carbon blades don't help me reach depth faster. But they are extremely useful when you come back up though. Yeah, they give much more thrust when you kick hard, so you surface faster and more efficiently. So carbon blades are not for going deeper, but for returning to the surface safely, which I'd say is more important.
If you like this video, subscribe and drown it with likes.
Talking about masks, my mask is a Cressy Occhio. It is great for freediving because it has a very small internal volume. It means when the pressure pushes the mask onto your face, a little air blown from the nose pops it off the face again and it stops hurting. Of course, I have a snorkel, kind of obvious, otherwise you can't breathe. I carry 4 kilograms of weights, which are right for the depths I dive, around 22 meters maximum, and a pair of neoprene booties to protect my feet from the fins more than from the cold. On my weight belt I keep a small sharp knife. You'll need it once in a million times, maybe never, to cut a net if you get tangled on the bottom. It can happen, it almost never does, but it can, so you must have the knife. But it is also super useful to clean the fish after we catch them. It is much easier to gut and scale a fish in the water than on the boat. In the water we scale, gut and clean with our trusty little knife. Then there is the Speargun. It is a Greek speargun. It is called Pathos, a Pathos 100. It is a very simple gun. One pair of bands, 19.5 diameter bands of excellent quality, called Anaconda. The shaft is a 6.5mm diameter one with good kinetic energy at the end of the shot to penetrate the fish. I also have a reel with 50 meters of line. Now, the reel isn't in 99% of the cases for hauling in a giant fish that is dragging you across the ocean. It is mostly to let the fish run a bit if we have only wounded it and it may tear off. That way the fish pulls the shaft and we avoid breaking its muscles. Other times the reel is useful if we shoot into a hole, the shaft stays in the hole and we come up. The shaft and we are connected by the reel line, so we can return to the exact spot where we shot. I find the reel very useful and I have put on all my guns. On the boat I only have this Pathos 100, but it's really a handy accessory. The tip of the shaft has to be kept sharp. In my view, obsessively so. I think a faceted tip works better than a conical one. Mine have 4 faces, a 4-faceted tip. That's for a mechanical reason. Mechanically, a conical tip makes a small hole that then expands under pressure as the cone pushes through flesh.
Deve proprio letteralmente allargare la pelle.
A faceted tip with cutting edges slices the hole and lets the shaft pass more effectively. More effectively through its cut.
Più efficace dell'asta. Ho fatto delle
I ran some non-scientific tests and the 4-faceted tip seemed to me more efficient than the conical one. Of course, for long shots, obviously at close range any tip will do. It's worth locking the shaft's retaining wing with a little rubber band, because when it moves it may rattle, possibly scaring away the fish. But with a small rubber band that keeps the flopper still while swimming and slips off instantly when you shoot, we completely eliminate that problem. It's a small detail that may make a difference, or maybe not. Who knows? But it's better not to take a chance. So that's my gear. Now I need to put it on and see if I can catch a fish. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it. I don't have any high-tech equipment and I don't dive to incredible depths. But in the end, I believe what really matters are patience, perseverance and a whole lot of passion. Fair seas, everyone!